Hope yo, this is Power here to review the Kamen Saber DX King Lion Daisenki Wonder Ride book. So this is Blades' power-up book that he gets directly after Saber. I don't know why, but they decided to just give both of them power-ups. And as you can see it right there, there's the book, there's the form, bottom, and everything that you should know about it and such. Here's the RKF I still have to review. So here we have King Lion Daisenki Wonder Ride book out, and it's supposed to be in line with Dragon Ignite because they are the same size. It's just that King Lion is actually a bit bulkier than Dragon Ignite. So it's like yeah, they're comparable, but not really. Here's the cover, which is really neat. The King Lion. Obviously, it still has the Wonder Ride book stuff. This one's obviously centered. QR code for galvanizing. The speaker activation button, the similar towards Dragon Ignite. Obviously, excuse me. Unlike Saber, this is still just another shade of blue. We get the lion horn, or we get Blades' horn, Seiken horn, and that already opened. It's obviously Wonder Protect's story page, which is neat to have a traditional one, although again it's just weird that it doesn't have the QR code in, but oh well. And as you can see inside, you get a look into the lion, then you get a leg there because... Can I not? Yeah, I can. So, the transformation page, one half, you get Blades partially painted, then not painted, which I don't understand why. And you get this description of this transformation page, which just says rider mode. It gives a basic description of what it is. Then when you fold down Blades' horn, you get lion mode, which now this forms the entire full lion. And then it does this neat thing where the horn, obviously because it's the Seiken horn, it actually becomes part of the Nagare, which is really neat and such. I'm showing you this now because I can't show you it in transformation, but so that's essentially why it's bulky. And to fold it back, you have to press this back up, because when I first had it, I just kept folding it back, which is just wrong. But yeah, so let's go through the sounds. Yeah, unlike the show, the show actually does say the full name. I don't know why the toy only just says King Lion, but then because the toy does it, they had to change it. Obviously, just like Dragon Ignite, you can double tap this to get the same activation. And obviously, compared to Dragon Ignite, the cover page is a lot more springier. And just like Dragon Ignite, you have 3 story announcements. So let's get the sword driver. Obviously, we need the Nagare and the sword driver. Obviously, slot this into the middle slot. This becomes very front heavy. And obviously, the insertion sound is the same as Jaw Dragon and Dragon Ignite. Obviously, it just has to stand by from the Nagare. So there we have the transmission for King Lion Daisenki. It's all right. I don't think it's as good as Fantastic Line. And again, I forgot to activate. Activate the Seiken before I actually brought it out. So that's why the LEDs didn't go out. Yeah, like I already said, this is all right. It sucks that the details are there, just the paint isn't. But like just looking at this, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not as clean looking as Dragon Ignite, because you have these gaps. I don't know, from above it doesn't look good. Just like Dragon Ignite, we have two finishers. Obviously, same standby. This is... Yeah. He technically doesn't have this inserted, so obviously, that's it for the attacks. So obviously, well, gosh. So just like Dragon Ignite, where Saber has the gimmick of being able to summon Brave Dragon, Blades himself can transform into the King Lion by obviously folding down the horn. So, like, yeah, I know that Dragon Ignite was the same transformation when you summon Brave Dragon, but it was at least something different. This one is just the same transformation. It just has an additional phrase that you already went through with the story announcement. So it's not, in my opinion, it just doesn't feel as special. Technically, you still can do the Geki sound. However, when you try to do the Giri, oops, when you try to do the Giri sound, it just completely ignores it because of how this is done. So let me tell you how this is. Well, first of all, so okay, this is actually easier. So basically, when you fold down the horn, it'll actually press down this button, which will actually cause this to not actually be active anymore, as you can see. And Dragon Ignite works the same too, except for the fact, like Dragon Ignite, this button is essentially this activation button. However, obviously because, you know, that doesn't have an excessive gimmick, so it won't get stuck as easily. This one does. So technically when you try to do the Giri sound in King Lion, you actually can't because the button is already like up. The button is already pushed up, that it can't, like, essentially the pin up here cannot push it up far enough, or it can't push it up to activate it, and plus it can't in the first place because it's not programmed to do so. So that's how King Lion works. So the Suts read. Obviously, this does have the... Obviously, it has the belt sounds, but watch the demo for the entire thing. Obviously, Kuriyami. Obviously, just like Dragon Ignite, it will read that as giant monster. This will read this as giant animal. And that's it, because if I bothered to put this in here, as you can tell, because this is, so, again, the speaker is down here, because it's made for these for the smaller Wonder Ride books. This is not made tailored for these. So when you try to put these in, essentially, you can barely hear anything. And then you get this, which just looks, again, it looks off. Like, I don't know. Essentially, putting King Lion in the Caliber driver is just gonna make it more muffled. So yeah. Overall, what I think about King Lion Daisenki is that, like, I like this one too, just because I actually do like this form. Although, yes, I do have to agree with the fact that it's weird. They decided to essentially go with the same shade of blue they went with Pegasus and just applied it to the entire form, and making it non-distinguishable towards Fantastic Lion. I really wish, like, I wish there was, like, at least a different type of blue, and cause, like, the big issues that I feel like with this, they were clearly trying to do the 01 and Vulcan thing with Cheyenne Hopper and then Assault Wolf, and try to apply it to Saber, but I just don't think it just didn't really work well, because essentially here they're like, oh yeah, let's just give him Assault Wolf colors, like, just by primarily, like literally, this is like mostly identical. Like, I do like the highlighted blue, but I'm not supposed to talk about this suit, but like overall, I just kind of wished it was actually more distinguishable. But I do like what this one's trying to do, but I just think Dragon Ignite is more like straightforward, and I think more innovative than this one, and just more sleeker overall. Like, I understand, like, yeah, the transforming into lion is cool and all, but it's like, I really wish they did more oomph towards it. But yeah. So that should be it for this review. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people.